Hello guys, on this slightly rainy Saturday, and I've been sleeping in long today because I was tired from yesterday. But we're heading down to my grandparents shortly, and we're going to take my mum and dad's car. Going down to change that first, and then dump Sally out with my mum and dad because we don't want it to be in the way when we're moving and stuff. So yeah, but I'm super tired. My back is sore because I've been helping out my friend for the last couple of days. Yeah. Better get cracking on. I will bring my camera so you guys maybe can get to see my grandparents. I will film them a little bit. They're not as camera shy as my mum is. Mum is like terrible camera shy, so it's like, oh, camera, get away. Alrighty, better get cracking on because it's getting late. Whew, guys, this evening Paul and I have been super busy helping out my grandparents, loading our furniture and some belongings and stuff into the new place. They're moving into like a retirement, not retirement home, but there is people in retirement there. But they have their own little apartment, but there also is like a unit, like a room where everybody can meet up and have food and stuff like that together. But it's super tiny. They are downsizing about down to the third, what'd you say? About a third of the size of what they have now, so they're going to give up a whole lot of furniture. But Paul and I, being gay as we are, have a lot of style sense. I guess it's just part of being gay that most of them do have like some sort of style sense. So a lot of the furniture my grandparents didn't want to bring because we haven't got room for it. It doesn't gonna look nice there. And we walked in and Paul was like, why don't we use that over there? Why don't we use that there? And we basically got most of the furniture from the living room in there now, and it looks so cozy. It's starting to take shape already. We're going to put blinds up and lamps for them, so we're going to be down here for a couple more days, definitely, to help them out and get settled. But they can go down now and spend some time emptying boxes, which is the next project now. But this is the old home. Oop, that's a silly button down there. It's so crazy. But this is the old house. There's got a lot of memories here. But they sold it, and they're moving on because the garden and all that. My grandpa has never been doing any garden work here. He hates garden work and he's never done it. So all the garden's been my grandma, and they have a large garden there and so much jobs, but like too much for them. So they're going into a place. I had thought it would be a little bit bigger because I think it's super tiny. When Paul said it's super small, I didn't believe it was that tiny, but it is. They only have like kitchen and living room out in one, which is not very large. And then they have a bedroom. That's alright size bedroom, and then a bathroom that's a very tiny hallway. So yeah, I'll probably show you later on. I don't want to show it now when they're moving, and I want to show it when it's all done and it's looking cozy. Because right now I think my grandparents are stressing quite a lot. Not my grandma, she's really cool with this. My grandpa is definitely not. He would like to have stayed here. I'm quite sure he would, but it's not an option. It's too much for those two old people to keep that house. It's a big job. But right now we're heading back home to pick up Sally and my parents and hand their car back. This is my mum and dad's car. You can tell it easily. My mum and dad are hoarders and clutters. You can tell. Clutter everywhere. Clutter everywhere. Up here. Clutter. It's just, my parents are helpless. Their home is filled with stuff, guys. It's incredible. The day they're gonna move, I'm gonna be crying my ass off of two things. Happy because they're moving, getting away from that house, because I don't believe they're getting healthy in that house, because it's a health hazard. And I'm gonna be crying because there's so much shit that Paul and I and my sister and friends and whatever have to come and help moving, because they have just accumulated so much in the years. But before we go home now, there's a few interest points in Pokemon Go. I want to go down and see them, what they are. I think even Paul got Pokemon Go. He's got the American link download, and I got the Australian one because it's not released here yet. As soon as they release it here, I hope that we can transition over to get the version for here. But we're going to go down and find out what these interest point is. There's also an arena, I saw that. So I'm going to try to see if I can battle a Pokemon and maybe win a game. We'll see. Alright, I'll catch you guys a little bit later. Maybe I'll show you some of the Pokemon stuff, what it is, because I've never been into Pokemon, but this is like a cool idea, making an app where you actually have to go out and walk and find stuff. It makes people get out of their homes. I think it's kind of cool. Hello guys, back home again, and yes, Paul and I did have a junk food tonight. Nuggets, which is nice, and people say that it's like the least fattening thing. I found, Paul found this on the over there. They're called like gobsmacks. They're like apparently the toy they're running in Denmark at the moment, and It looks like a little ball, but if I can like open it with my fingers here, there we go. So when you open it, it's got teeth, and you can like move those teeth, and yeah, they're like kind of like this is a bit tricky to do with one hand. So you can open it. It's got a tongue which can pop, and apparently up there in the top of the roof of the mouth there's like a number who means something. They're like a game, I guess, so you're supposed to throw them, and yeah, but they call gobsmacks, and I never seen or heard about them, but they are apparently new Pokemon, not Pokemon, the new toy from McDonald's. And yeah, there's like 24 collectibles of them. We found this because we don't need Happy Meals. It's like, Pokemon, collect them all, 24 of them. Not that I got anything to use them for, just the fact that I could find every 24. I know I have friends at McDonald's. I can go and ask them, see if I can get all 24. Yeah. But tomorrow we're talking about it, and I know, guys, it's horrible, but I have become a little bit addicted. Not fully addicted, but I have been a little bit addicted to it. Yep. I'm sorry. But I'm getting kind of like into Pokemon Go, and I've been out walking Sally this evening and picked up some Pokemons. And I don't have that many. I have a few only, but I haven't really been playing this very much. Got the last one though, Eevee. Damn. You probably laugh. I'm only level 5, and I don't know anything about this game, so. But we're arranging that tomorrow we might be popping out and having a look around town to try and find some of these stops or whatever it's called. And yeah, we'll see. It's probably going to be me, Christian, and a guy called Nikolai. You've seen Nikolai before anyway. My beard is getting so long. So we hope the weather's going to stay nice. But I was out walking Sally and looking for Pokemons, and then I suddenly walked out there and saw these two guys look like quite solid built guys, like big muscles and all that, quite tall as well. And they came walking, and I looked like a bit like, whoa, they looked like intimidating, those two guys, like they're up to no good. And then suddenly the guy said, oh, have you seen any Pokemons around here? Because they could see my app. I said, yeah, if you go that way, you might get a Zubat. And I didn't even get it myself because I couldn't find it. So these guys were like laughing and was like, okay, so there's quite a lot of Pokemon action going on in town here. I think it's a brilliant idea, the fact that you got an app that you have to get off your ass and go out and look for all the different characters to get them. Oh, I'm tired. And I managed to walk 3.6 kilometers to Sally, just for a little walk, just to try and see if I could find a rare Pokemon. I was told that Pikachu should be somewhere not too far from where we live. I don't know. Does these Pokemon just pop up randomly, or is there like a certain spot for all of them? I don't know. Could you guys let me know? And if you see the green leaves pop up, how do you get the Pokemon out? Do you just have to wait for it and it just comes out if it wants to, or it disappears? I don't know. But anyways, me and Christian talked about doing Pokemon vlogs tomorrow for the Danish channel. Christian just got a new camera from his dad, Canon G7X. You little spoiled brat. Other people had to save up hard to get it. So yeah, but we might be going out filming tomorrow, and Christian have a good chance of filming with his G7X. I don't know what it is, but I need to make sure that I put my power bank on charge before I go to bed, so I got fully powered for tomorrow if we go to the Poké Walk. And yeah, let's see if we can find some nice Pokemons tomorrow, and maybe some cool Pokemon players, and get some tips and tricks. And let me know what your best Pokemon is if you play Pokemon Go. Let me know what your most powerful or favorite Pokemon is in the description below. Not description, I write the description. Put it down in the comment section. And we'll see. At the moment, I think my favorite is Eevee, because that's the cutest one I got. I don't know. I'm so tired, guys. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Peace. Well, maybe it's about time I took these two things down the basement, because the tires smell a little bit rubbery. Not as much as the naked model did. That was super rubbery to smell. And I also need to take this board down and then it up here. Hello, guys.